Good morning, Soapbox Nation. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and thank you for joining me for episode 72 of Soapbox Daily. This is going to be episode 2 of our Bad Drivers Week marathon weekly topic shows going on. And today we're going to be discussing tailgating. If they didn't like you before, they won't now. That is our topic for today. I do want to thank you for tuning in, and we're going to have a little discussion about this one. But hey, before we get started, how is your integrity today? How has your integrity been this week? Have you been the positive change? Have you been the change the world needs? Also, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on all our shows. Check out the FAQ, and we also have a contact section there. You can check us out if you want to reach out to us. So let's get into today's topic when it comes to this tailgating. If they didn't like you before, they won't now. What is tailgating? Let's start off to get a little introduction, because I don't think some people understand what tailgating is. Sure, we've heard of tailgating parties, and that just sounds like a fun thing. Tailgating party, woohoo! Let's go to the tailgating party. Yeah, well, you see, a tailgating party, it is just, people just know that they're going to be doing the tailgating. It is something that is planned. It is something that it's been arranged. It's an old saying, just people are all kind of in a convoy, going to the same event, going to some sporting thing, whatever the case may be, but that's a known thing. But generally, tailgating is dangerous. I mean, tailgating is the action of a driver driving behind another vehicle while not leaving sufficient distance to stop without causing a collision if the vehicle in front suddenly stops. I mean, that's pretty much what tailgating is. You are too close to the driver in front of you. And that's not safe, people. And this is another thing we have to address in our Bad Drivers Week. This is what we're discussing, tailgating. And people don't realize the tailgating, how dangerous it is. And it's been statistically shown that, believe it or not, tailgating slows down traffic. It doesn't get you going faster. It actually slows down because you have to adjust for the distance from one driver to the next. If you give ample space, you don't have to worry about it. But why do people tailgate? Well, I'll give you some reasons for why people decide to tailgate. 1, preventing cut-ins. Unfortunately, as we grow up and are supposed to be responsible and mature enough to be able to handle driving a car, obviously some people are still stuck in kindergarten where they never learned to actually take their turn. So they decide to cut in and butt in because they're entitled, and because they feel special, they want to cut in. Well, that pisses people off. It really does. Everybody should wait their turn. Yes, traffic sucks at times, I agree, but don't be a child about it. Wait your turn and don't cut in. But this is why people tailgate, because they don't want people cutting in. Fair enough. But you know what? Again, tailgating not good. So what are the reasons that people tailgate? Negligence, very simple. Tailgating can occur because of a lack of perceived risk in doing so. Thus, it's done unconsciously or negligently. It just very often people who consider themselves safe drivers generally obey the rules of the road. Just negligence, just stupidity. Coercion, yeah, well, uncivil form. It could be the cause of road rage or intimidation. People are in a rush. They want to tailgate to push you to go faster, or, they figure they're entitled because they're in a rush to go somewhere and they want you to go faster, or they want to bully you. You know what? Tailgating is bullying, especially when it's on that level. You're bullying. You're just nothing but a jerk of a bully. You are. You're just feeling so safe and entitled in your vehicle. The bigger it is, the more entitled they feel, and they're just trying to intimidate other drivers. So they're tailgating, they're getting on your butt, and you're putting their high beams in your rear window just to be a complete jerk. Well, you know what? As I said, look at what I mentioned before about being immature and not growing up. Let's see. There's aerodynamics. People, the reason they do it, still unsafe. And, other things, people just think it's just to help them get there faster on gas consumption, saving gas, but whatever. I mean, the hazards of tailgating, though. Tailgating could be dangerous to the tailgater, especially if they are driving closely behind a large vehicle. By tailgating, the driver has a shorter distance to stop, decreasing the margin of error and blocks the awareness of surroundings. You don't really realize that. I mean, other than the fact that you don't have enough stopping time, you also don't know what's going on, everything around, because you can't see around what's going on down the road because you're so close to the other driver. It's just stupid to do, people. But tailgating is being too close. Now, I'm going to give you a little point of reference. Now, they say you should have a certain delay of distance, a good 2-second distance. The 2-second rule is the rule that drivers may maintain a safe driving distance at any speed. Okay. And that's fine. 2-second rule. I think I'd say let's give it something a little better of a reference point. You should at least be a car length between you and the vehicle in front of you, at least a car length. And when you're stopped at a light or a stop sign, a car length is kind of large amount, but here's a reference point I'm going to give you to make it a little easier for you. If you can see the road under the rear tires in front of you, you're okay. As long as you can see the road underneath back tires of the vehicle in front of you, you're okay as far as distance goes. But within reason, of course. Big vehicles, different dimensions. But yeah, if you can see at least the road, the actual asphalt underneath the tires, vehicle in front of you, you're okay. Driving though, at least a car length at minimum. And then you're not tailgating. Tailgating's stupid, people. It's unsafe. It doesn't help you and benefit you in any way. And it just causes accidents. It causes road rage. It causes people to be upset. And you know what? For those that like to butt in, grow up. Learn to take your turn. You're not entitled. You're not special. Let's all work together here, folks. Let's all work together to have safer road conditions, to be safer on the road, to make the world a nicer place. Because other than causing injury and death, you know, it pisses people off when people tailgate and just makes people want to slam on their brakes. I know I do. I want to slam on my brakes just to get the point across to the person behind me that you're being an idiot. So remember the 2-second rule when driving, or at least a car length, and also make sure you can see the road underneath the tires in front of the vehicle in front of you. So that's about it for tailgating. Not a good thing to do. So I'm going to wrap the show up today. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Thank you very much for listening. I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Please check us out on Twitter at Mad Soapbox. We'd love to hear back from you. Reach out to us, and we also have news and information on that, as well as on our website at getoffmysoapbox.com. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a marvelous day, and I will see you next episode.